Alright. Here we go. The end.
Welcome,
The
my
end of an era.
brothers.
Welcome back to Radio Q through Choose the Crew. Alright, let's just post up that we are streaming here. But yeah, so since the last time we streamed, the big thing that happened was that Silent Hill showcase.
Our Silent Hill showcase.
Not just one game announcement, but an entire showcase. That, honestly, after so long, it almost doesn't feel like it really happened. Like, it almost doesn't seem like something that, like, actually happened.
It doesn't seem like we got, like, 3 Silent Hill announcements in one sitting.
Well, and more, because there's... Did you watch the announcement itself, or the actual, like,
I
hour
just
long?
watched the individuals.
Just the stuff I sent you?
Yeah.
So there's the 3 games. They announced they're doing a third movie. They announced another thing called Silent Hill Ascension, which is like it's a little. I'm still not 100% sure exactly what it's going to look like, but it's going to be like almost like an Until Dawn, like choice-based kind of thing. But it's going to be something that is hosted and run one time online with people voting, like worldwide, on the decisions to affect the story. So it's not going to come out like as a game for people to buy. It's going to be like there's going to be a Silent Hill Ascension like web domain that will run this as like a series or will air this like one time, and everybody is like you just kind of have to be there for it that time. I don't know what it's going to look like exactly. That one I still don't 100% understand, but there's a lot of stuff. So it's like
So they're just coming back with a bang.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean they're they are just he's a good dog. Okay, let's see. Did you think anyone who claimed the vote was right when the storyline turns out the way they didn't want? Probably. Yeah, probably. Also, hey Ulysses. Welcome for our final Banner Saga stream. It's the last one. On Ulysses, you haven't ever played Silent Hill 2, right? So that's going to be that'll be a really fun stream. Alex has no experience with Silent Hill at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, none.
Oh, wow, that's going to be fun.
Then Ulysses, I know you are aware of the series, and but I don't know how much you know or if you've played any of them yourself, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. But
like the series failed its stealth check against Ulysses' perception, and so it is technically something you are aware of.
Right. Because, well, you've always been more of a PC gamer, for the most part. I know the shitty ones better than the good ones. That's an unfortunate thing. I mean, that's so many bad Silent Hill games. I mean, anything... some people like 4. I'm not a huge fan of 4. Anything after 4 in particular... Well, I don't know what they're smoking, but I will say that the first Silent Hill movie, though not great, is better than every attempt at adapting Resident Evil. that first Silent Hill movie is a better movie than some people like Rings of Power. Yeah, some people that would know a good script if it bit them on the ass. All right, let's get into this here. Created by the next guards with distant expressions stand watch between them. Around their feet are piles of warped dredge and men alike. Showing the skill over the bodies on the other side of the... Oh, I hope we get an animation of that. Some small disgusted voices. To prove the point, Amender yells when more warped rise into view. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, straight up just like literal tentacles. Damn, that's cool. That was awesome. Hentai time. It's the hentai time.
Hentai.
Same hentai, same bat channel.
Bastion is ridiculously overpowered.
Yeah, no, he's fucking tough as
He
shit.
is just he's like, okay, we're gonna give you a battle tank. It's near the end of the game anyway. It's whatever.
Game's just pouring out from here on out. Yeah, no, it's hentai, man. It's just, let's see. I feel like Ubin would be worth.
The part where you get the rocket launcher, but it's about the part.
Yeah, like in a Resident Evil game, you get the rocket launcher right at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
All the Dredge heroes. Hey, Yoshino, what's up?
Yoshino, how's it going?
Let's see. Any recommendations? I feel like this is a decent lineup. Castaway was my MVP. She had the rocket launcher. Oh, hell yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wilson! Should have been named Wilson.
If only you could rename the character. It's not like the voice lines happen for a lot of the characters.
That's true. I don't know, what do you think? I feel like this is a pretty good lineup. Hungry, thirsty, tired, and did I mention hungry? Yeah, I mean, when you're really hungry, the first thing to go is your memory. That's just true.
Well, if they could find a way for the AI to voice character names, hearing it, like Ubin say, Dong Master 420, you have saved
Dong
us.
Master 420.
You have defeated the coming dark.
We had a few during our Dark Souls streams, or all those. Move Bastion and Noob up front. Fair enough. Yeah, put him ahead of Rook. But yeah, during a few of our Souls streams, we did get a couple like times where we were invaded by a player and their name was actually something like that.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
It was like I don't remember exactly what they were, but oh man, a little narrow ass bridge. I think it can only come from one direction, right?
Yeah. Now, the cooler thing about this is that, okay, so you said your playthrough with Nadia, Luden's already dead.
Oh, he died, like, literally.
The first choice you had.
It was literally when you find Ivan and Juno, Ivan in particular at that time, and he's like knocked out still, and he's not even awake yet, and you bring him with you, and then Luden wants to charge out to fight, and you're like, no, we should wait, and then he just goes on his own if you don't like do something to stop him, and just dies.
Hilarious.
Like, you're still playing as Hakan as a POV character at that point in the game. Like, that's still one of your, like, secondary protagonist character. Like, that's how early in the game it is.
God damn. That is early.
Yeah. So, I think it was literally the first chance that it was for him to die. I actually think it was the first opportunity.
It had to have been, yeah. Which just makes it all the more funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, fuck you. And Ubin's, like, stuck back here, because you guys
now, at
being
this
fucking
part,
slow.
I had Luden mount the defense on the parapets.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, he was the one leading the defense of the Menders.
I bet most of the player base never sees Luden live.
Hey, that little he had gumption.
He had gumption.
Yeah, that's what humans have. They have gumption. We don't have, like, we're not immortal. We're not, like, 4-player spaces big. We're not, like, not a lot of things, but we do got gumption.
Goddamn bear. Oh, and we also got the pet bear, on the playthrough with Nadia. That we did not get.
It was a bear.
My mother was a bear? The trailers were very misleading. We don't have horse butts yet. Oh, I hope we never do.
We don't have horse butts. Or horse butts.
Rook's down already.
Different. Unless you live.
Damn, my Uman is just stuck.
What's a
Horse butts be coming? I don't want horse butts though. Can we not have horse butts? You're gonna back up on me. I don't know. I don't like that, man. I don't like that at all.
You are not gonna like if you ever have to drive through the countryside. Unfortunately, tons
Oh
of
yeah,
horse butts.
well, I mean, if they're just they're just existing in the world doing their thing, then that's fine. Like that's whatever. They're not bothering me. Now, if they're like, coming at me, like then maybe there's going to be an issue.
I find it highly amusing that, like, Trigby has essentially filled in the role that Luden played for me in on my roster. Because I had one Spearburst and I was like, yeah, whatever.
What are his powers? Even I don't even think we've looked at these yet.
Trigby should be king of humanity.
Knock back. Trigby. Yeah, Trigby should just be king. They should just let him be king at the end.
Long live mine all hail King Trigby.
But they're gonna be Atron Transitarians. Hey, Afternoon Tunes here too. We got everybody coming in. What's going on? How you doing tonight? 30k channel points. God damn. I really do want to get like a graphic so like you can use your channel points and then a bunch of animated gnomes will just kind of dance across the stream. Just to torment Alex. Which is, I mean, that's why we do most of the things we do.
It's all about towing the fine line of the amount of gnomes he will tolerate and what he won't. I mean, we have yet to find where where is his gnome line?
Hey, Mr. Dr. Oceanus, we just got tons of people coming in. Hello.
Dr. Oceanus.
Good evening. Hope you are doing well. Let's see.
Dr. Oceanus sounds like a...
how about... Can I get... That's the Dragon season finale coming tomorrow. I haven't watched a single episode of it. Just playing hockey. Nice.
We're God-fearing Christians, okay? We don't watch House of the Dragon.
No. Ocean Us. Oh, okay. I was saying it as one word. All right. I got you. But yeah, no, I just have not watched. I don't care. I really don't care about the House of the Dragon. It's like, I don't know. After Game of Thrones fell so spectacularly, I don't know. I don't know if there's a world in which I care to watch anything else, even though I have heard it is good, like from people that I trust too. But I just like, even being good, I still don't care. Like even if it's great, I still kind of don't care. Well, right, that's the thing. Like, well, let's say this show is actually great for like 6 years.
Yeah.
And you finally give in and you watch it, and then season 7 and 8 come along, and it just falls apart.
Like, okay, season 7's pretty bad, but maybe they could pull a recovery out, pull the stops, get Mr. Martin on set, just to like have him put everybody into what's what.
I mean, that's the thing too. A lot of people say like a big reason to give House of the Dragon a chance is the fact that George R. R. Martin is more directly involved, but he was involved in the original show, just not in the later seasons. So he was totally involved earlier on.
Yeah, he gave them like the blueprint of the story. He's like, this is approximately what the story is going to pan out to be.
Right.
And they're like, all right. We like this.
Oh, what more, guys?
Fuck Stoneheart. Fuck, we just don't even need this. And
I'm telling you, I still say the biggest cut that like really fucked things up in that show was the Horn of Winter.
Yeah,
that was because it made it seem like
the fucking dragon. Otherwise, they couldn't have gotten down past the wall.
Yeah.
If they hadn't sent somebody up past the wall.
Right, exactly.
To make it so
it's
they
a
couldn't
fulfilling
come
paradox.
Down past the wall.
Yeah, exactly. If they just never went over the wall, the Night King wouldn't have had the zombie dragon, and literally would never have been able to break the wall because the show cut out the Horn of Winter, which is the thing that would have, at least I'm assuming, if the other books ever came out would be the thing that breaks the wall in the books. And because they cut that out, they had to come up with something stupid like the zombie dragon.
Yeah. Oh my God.
God, I don't know how many streams turned into Game of Thrones bashing still after all this time. Not enough. Not enough of them. And that was Matt Smith is good in the show. I mean, I believe that. I just don't, like, you can tell me that, like...
Saying Matt Smith is good in something is more another tribute to Matt Smith than the thing.
Yeah, Danny couldn't see an entire fleet of ships. She forgot. She kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet.
And just like all those scorpions, like the scorpion crossbows, none of them just happened to be faced where the dragon would be coming in from, like the other side.
Well, yeah, I mean, a bunch of scorpions are no match for a dragon.
Fucking Christ.
But didn't the dragon get taken out by one scorpion? Oh yeah, well I mean obviously a dragon's no match for a bunch of scorpions.
Yeah.
I mean that is how fucking circular the logic. Honestly, dragons turned out to be so pointless. I mean they really did. They barely did anything. Did the dragon understand the... Sure. But did the last dragon? I don't even remember the names now. Did the last one? Did it understand that the Iron Throne corrupted Dany, and that's why it burned it, or did it just like remember that how it doesn't burn Jon Snow?
Yeah.
After stabbing her, but it burns the throne, and like, is it like did the dragon understand the like symbolic, like psychological pull and how the lust for power was corrupted her? Did the dragon get that? Did the dragon understand that?
I've gotten is
there's no answers.
The dragon didn't want whoever to steal her throne
To have it?
And it's like, well, then just kill him.
That also means that it would have understood that, like, someone would... It would understand...
It has understanding of power
like
structures.
Yeah, like, it understands what kings and royalty are, and, like, how, the fact that the dragon should have been the king. Yeah, I could get behind that. Better than Bran the Broken.
See,
Bran's dick doesn't work. You remember that?
Yeah.
The Council of Surviving Characters.
The fucking Council of Surviving Characters.
I mean, I can't claim credit for that joke. That's pitch meeting, guys. Joke, but
that's pretty fucking good, though.
No, it's incredibly accurate. But literally, they're just like, well, Bran should be king, and his sister's like, his dick doesn't work. He can't be king.
Well, it's like somebody that like knows past, present, and future and shit. I feel like that's a really good king, especially somebody who's not going to have like power. Like he's theoretically immortal.
The Council of Surviving Water Bottles. Remember that? That was the scene where the water bottles by one of the characters' feet. It's not as bad as the Starbucks on the table. The water bottle was at least like kind of behind someone's leg, so it was like it was there, but it wasn't as the Starbucks cup was like the dead
on a table,
and it was like the dead center of the whole screen too. Like that was the middle.
Best season.
I mean, it was probably the funniest one.
Well, yeah,
I'll give it that. Interesting.
Oh shit! Yeah, this is where I put Luden to the wall.
Yeah, and we don't have him, so. Wish they'd leaned into that. Just have everyone drink Starbucks. Yeah, there's just become Game of Thrones just slowly becomes like a medieval times cafe instead of an actual medieval fantasy. You can get up that way. You don't act like you don't know how. Interesting. I mean, I feel like not sparing anyone is not a good idea. But also, if they have their hands full.
I mean, it depends. How much of a bad ending are you trying to get?
I mean, for me, any game where there are choices, I'd like on the first go. Let's just see what happens. Let's just be risky and take chances, and then on a subsequent playthrough where I know what's like more of the outcomes are going to be, then I'll be pickier and choosier maybe, and like really try and get like a specific scenario to play out. I'm kind of cool with just
you put on the wall. they're dying.
Really? Okay. I don't care about Petrus. He's not as interesting as
They
the horse
did
board.
introduce him like 2 chapters ago.
Yeah, so I don't really care. To care of the people
I
below
like
the
Zephyr
innocent ones.
more.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he just hasn't been around that long. I guess that's another reason why the third game could have been a longer game, because a character like that could have been fleshed out more. Just gets no screen time. So he's like the best person to kill. I mean, like, just for, like, realistically, like...
Plus, this is his zone.
I'm gonna see Black Adam. You know, I would go see like a matinee, but I'm not interested in paying like full price, like, you know, necessarily for it. I mean, like, I don't have any issue with going to see that movie or watching it though.
I almost went to go see it for free this weekend, but then it was gonna not be free, so I didn't go see it. That about sums up. Like,
fair enough, man. Fair enough. I've heard it's bad. I've heard bad things about it, but I also, you know, I will reserve judgment to a degree until I see it myself.
Who's your highest level? Rook?
Rook, yeah.
Does he have a title? Now, go through the titles and see all the cool shit they do.
Let's see. Ooh, that seems good.
Yeah, some of these are, like, you can only apply them to, like...
one character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
there's a lot of them, too.
13, I think, titles in total.
They should have had Rowan Atkinson play Black Adam with an altered version of the Black Adder theme song. I mean, who knows? It might have been better than what actually came out.
Black Adder.
From the, yeah. God, there's so many of them. The wolf. I think
less aggro is basically put it on your squishiest character, and enemies will go for them last.
I think that one.
It's a good idea.
Alright, and you still have 2 more points.
And he still has 2 more points.
Let's see. Let's actually look at like the
Monster Killer is specifically the best title. Save it for someone important.
I just used it. So, well, Rook's important. I mean, let's see.
Yeah, I've seen you get some pretty good kills with Rook. You're no rookie.
Oh, whoops. Well, we'll see what happens. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see. Just the precedent from here on out. The Ivor Caravan has the hard fights. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Combine and ration the remaining food, send armed forces to pillage what they can from other clans, encourage everyone to fend for themselves. We'll ration. Then it's just like keeping a watchful eye. I mean, I get it. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Cool, I was gonna say. Thud. Just thud. Spooderman. No. Cries of the doom dredge from within the darkness are accompanied by the faint thud of shaking ground as if something heavy and massive were lingering just out of sight. Then an alien blood-curdling scream echoes through the air. Caught in the darkness. Who knows what oh, God, yeah, no, it's She's gonna be a mutated version of her. Oh, great. Hmm.
Ooh, I never got this one.
I'm gonna try to reinforce the wall. Through the sailing, eventually becoming thin echoes, and the Nomori counted among the luckiest things to have happened in recent days. Alright. Jesus. Alright.
Yeah. So this game definitely, of all of
Christ.
them, has the most brutal motif kind of
Right.
going for it. Everything that is left outside of that city is just gone.
Right. I mean, it is a true apocalypse story. Which is, I mean, I love that they went this far with it. Like, I feel like a lot of stories, they end the threat before it gets too far.
Yeah.
I love to see a story that actually fleshes that all out. But yeah,
I guess theoretically, if you can call the warped living creatures,
right.
what
Well,
the soul? Am I right?
yeah, I mean, I guess we don't really understand these mutated things, really.
That's why we hire philosophers, except we don't.
No,
So
not really.
If my dead mother shows up, I'm ending things here and now.
Guy, can I even do anything anymore? He's like 1,000 years old.
Yeah, we better start calling him Ivan the White to show time has passed.
Seriously. This is ragged appearance. I can be certain no harm will come from it. It says loud enough for the others to hear. Alright. Thin ice. Yeah, we survived the trek across the frozen sea.
Ooh.
Is that the Godstone right there? I do love this environment, though. It's such a cool visual aesthetic.
Doesn't it make you wish you could see what it looked like at its height?
I would love to see what it was like before the darkness showed up.
Sun within the world.
Yeah. I realized I didn't voice this on the last stream, but the reason that the sun stopped moving in the sky is because this sun fell and they're tethered to each other, right? And that, they haven't said it in the game, but I'm just assuming that's the case, right?
That is...
Alright. Jerk and tear at Juno's voice in your head and her hand lightly squeezing your shoulder. She breathes softly. Well done. You can put me down. Jesus, alright. Now nerves get the best of even the bravest. Stop, blurts Vulcan, not another step. She pushes her way to Juno. You died. No, they're not. Well, that's not the first time. To tell us what's happening. All of it. A chorus of voices concur, echoing off the pillars themselves. Blah, 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 blah. Juno hangs upon her staff. She looks at Ivan, but a stare is leagues from here. All will be well, she starts. That's the Blue Lantern, that's what they say when they use their powers. All will be well. Yeah. They're like the least effective ones, too.
Yes, all is not well, most often.
The cool, there's big elephant men, though, Hindu, mythology looking like elephant creatures that are like the blue. It's very cool. She starts but jerks back from focus, spear point at her neck. No magic tricks. Wait to see what happens. I encouraged Juno to answer the question. It's time you all knew. Oh, is she gonna fucking explain some shit now? Are you gonna stop?
This will be more easily shown than told.
All right. Finally.
The Valka were the first to discover a world within our world. The inner earth, with its own lands, people, and sun. A source of power far greater than our own. Ivan was the leader of the Valka, brilliant, born with a mind devouring itself. I studied in secret to heal those wounds, and in time, we grew to love each other. But meddling with minds is forbidden, for reasons already clear to you.
Just trying to fix his mind.
The council sentenced me
They
to death.
executed him for that.
They
He
agreed
essentially
to spare
had magical
Ivan the same
dementia.
fate.
Oh, damn, he's
Ivan
like
fell
Wizard
into.
Joe Biden.
So I did. When Ivan discovered what had happened, he carried my body to the White Tower. In his grief, he drained the Black Sun of its energy, hoping to restore my life.
Well, that was
The
reckless.
sun fell from the sky,
Jesus.
ripping chasms through both worlds.
Damn. That's metal.
The serpent slithered out from its shattered egg, half-born, and the darkness within spread.
Oh,
I had become
that.
a new vessel for its power.
Huh.
When we reach the White Tower, and Ivan releases my energy, the sun will move again, and the darkness will return to where it belongs.
So that
That was, yeah. I was right about the sun. I mean,
the sun stopped because it just started just drifting away from the thing where it was tethered.
right.
That's fucking awesome. I
This is
love
why the Valkyrie can go fuck themselves. Yeah. Oh, she looks real sick now. Carried me all the way back to Ridgehorn before we could go no further. That's where Hakon's warriors found us. Can understandably believed I was dead and left me there. Ivan lived still, if only barely. By the time he awoke, the Varl had taken him most of the way to Eintertoft. And I realized, I feel like I keep adding an extra T to that, but I realized what had happened. I traveled by ship down the river to meet Ivan at Sigerholm, but the Serpent's Chasms prevented this. I believe you know the rest. So when you have many questions, I will answer them clearly. Okay. It can become long and complicated. I'll keep it simple. The Lou Mother first discovered weaving, and with it created the world and those living on it. The other beings in the tapestry reacted in many different ways. So wanted to learn weaving, and they took the creations she made and changed them, forming Varl and Horseborn. One god became jealous. He took mankind, reshaped them into dredge, and hid them within the world to grow and torment the other creations. When the Lou Mother learned of this, she became furious. She had discovered creation. She had also unwittingly created death and accidentally killed the jealous god in anger. The other gods were terrified. They had never imagined not existing. They turned on each other out of fear. The gods died, but the creations continued on. The Valka were the Lou Mother's favored few. She taught them weaving. Ivan and I are descendants of those first people. Interesting. Yeah, what's up with the serpent? Well, even I was uncertain until recently. The easiest way to understand it is to imagine an egg. The serpent's egg was made inside this inner earth, a black sun mirroring our own. Within it, a serpent would grow slowly over the ages. It was put here to eventually swallow the Lou Mother's creations, a cruel trick to destroy them in secret. When the black sun fell to the earth, it cracked. The serpent and its power spilled out well before its time. Everything happening. Of course it is. This is why Kratos hates gods. It's because of shit like this. This is always gods fucking things up. The way Ivan unwittingly did us all a favor. If the serpent had grown to full size...
I sacked Athens, Athena. Look at your fucking city.
Well, at least as things are now, there may be a chance to reverse it. Not exactly bursting with gratitude at the moment. Understandable. If their dredge were taught by the Valka, why are they attacking us? Stoneswingers believe we have betrayed them. Early on, we discovered that the Black Sun was a far greater source of power than our own. After the worst of the Great Wars, everyone believed the Valka utterly defeated the dredge. In truth, we offered them peace. In exchange for use of the sun's power, we showed them how to flourish within their own lands and create more of their own kind. Yeah. In a way, we only shared knowledge. It has always been a difficult question of how much control to exert. But now they believe we caused this destruction on purpose. They think that we wish to wipe them out, and like anyone would they fight back. They're scared and frenzied and will not listen. Except for a couple of them that have joined up with us. Failed them as much as we have failed everyone else. Alright, now we return to the source of the power. I'm not dead, but neither am I alive. This energy within me was stolen. Ivan will place me within the Black Sun. Celestial spheres will circle again. The darkness will be absorbed, and without that, the serpent will wither. So because of all this happened, the serpent can't grow to full size and destroy the world like it was originally destined to.
It can't destroy the world, but it can't grow any bigger.
Huh.
It's like stuck in purgatory.
Right. It's interesting. Okay. You'll be trapped within the sun. I have come to terms with it. And now you know everything. Make sure Ivan does what is right. Alright, Ivan, you better fucking do it. Damn. Alright. Is there
more answers?
Yeah, is there another lore drop left, or was that was the big one?
I think that is perhaps the biggest one.
Cold. No, that's awesome. Damn.
And now we know that the gods, or the Dredge did have a god.
Right.
And it was the first god ever killed.
Yep. Which, that's fascinating.
For their creation, as it, like...
Yeah. No, no, I love how they continue to expand this. An enormous bell hangs from the carved stonework. Even untouched, it hums with a strange, deep resonance, Alfred says. The sculptors built this godstone to themselves. They raise bells made of those who have passed. It's said that a part of them lives in the sound of these bells, and they can visit their ancestors this way. Spock crosses his arms. That would explain the spooks. Okay. I thought it was, stuck or something. Stonesinger approaches the godstone, hands up, shaking his head in warning. He seems to diligently avoid touching anything. The godstone center, an enormous bell dwarfs the other smaller chimes hanging throughout. The bell's handle calls to you on a primal level. Are you thinking of ringing it or kissing it? I wouldn't do either.
This is really obvious. Can you guess what happens as a result of these
A bunch of creatures show up if you make noise?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Hardly think of a worse idea, you reply. Curiosity weighs on you for a short while until the caravan separates from the godstone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. That seemed like a terrible fucking idea.
And it's a long fight, too. It's 2 waves minimum.
Ugh. Well, yeah, I'm definitely glad we didn't do that. Find Ollie at the edge of the light, staring at the godstone. Mind if I join you? Hard to find space around here. Just keep your voice down. Fish's wrinkled Feifel won't share any of his drink, and my head hurts. In the distance, Spar takes a moment from lazily tuning his lang spill to throw Ollie a wildly inappropriate gesture. Ran out of your own brew? Lost my flask when that whale thing shattered the frozen ocean. Like they could bring in alcohol down here in the first place.
Yeah.
You know the things coming out of my mouth? Sober is no way to live, Ivor. Ollie stares blankly in the distance. What's your drink of choice? Yaks milk? Who cares? Never mind me. You know some men can't handle their drink. I can't handle being dry. It makes my head hurt. That seems... Yeah, that means you're an alcoholic. Who would want to take in all this majesty, clearly? By the way, there's an extra dredge here you can get from a DLC. Technically, it was for Kickstarter backers only, but there are workarounds. Interesting. Did you know about that, Tim?
I did not.
Yeah, tell us more. Did we pass that already, or what's the trick with this? Is that, or yeah, how does that work? I haven't been this sober since I was 13, locked up in a Boer's guard cell. Ollie gets a faraway look in his eye. Rum's my poison, to answer your question. Hey, you were just talking the other day about how you do not like rum. Believe it or not, I can't even throw these axes worth a damn dry as I am. But get a few drinks in me and I see bright ribbons in the air. You see the lines of light? So wait, does he have, because of his alcoholism, he, taps into the weaving magic? Is that the idea?
Yes.
Okay, that's funny.
He is actually a mender, but he was never trained, and so being drunk puts him into a trance.
That's funny. You would normally pick him up with Alfred, so too late for this playthrough. Oh, okay. Damn right, showing me exactly where the axes are going to go. Usually I keep that sort of thing to myself, but what's the point? I think you may be spell weaving. What are you talking about? Like the Menders. Farts lightning and raises the dead, but only when I'm drunk. I mean, that's you're just using it to throw things better. Did he not think about that it was weird that he was seeing lines of light? He just thought that was the alcohol?
Yeah.
What a time to be alive, eh, Varl? I'll drink to that. Don't tease. Pass all your meat horn in his hands shake as he gulps from it greedily. Ollie the Spellweaver. My mom always said I was special. Maybe you're not as bad as they say, Varl. Who says that? Just take the victory. Okay.
Yeah, let's just take 3 days camp. Just rest up, everyone. Don't worry. I'm sure Arborang's fine.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, should I rest at all, considering, like, we have so few days? Because they're all so fucked up.
I don't know.
I like...
The minimum you would be able to do is 2.
Right.
And you had...
Could probably... Alright. Alright, Kruger, what do we get you a defense thing? Let's do the same thing for you. Wilson!
Look, yeah, these are some really terrible dredge names. Castaway, Apostate.
I mean, I think they work because they're trying to keep it so... Like, we understand so little about their culture. I think it works for that reason. Because they're just, like, we don't know anything about them as personalities. So, like, they're named archetypes instead. I don't know. I think that's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, I suppose. That does make sense.
Trying cuffing you fuckers up a little bit. I don't even... Who's that guy again? I don't remember. He's in another one?
I
What's the name of the DLC dredge?
His name, like, Pete?
Pete.
Yeah, or no.
Kiwi?
Like Greg?
Kiwi or Kiwi?
It's like Kiwi, but, like, with a V instead. Kiwi. Like a vampire who wants a kiwi.
Oh,
they can't
like
quite
he's
say it.
skeevy.
Oh.
Yeah. Should I rest at all, or should I just go, like,
I think go.
Just, alright. We have so few days that we can spend doing this.
I guess one good way of putting it is...
Big shit will fuck.
Whoops.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, I guess we'll just disregard that.
We're close, right? We're pretty close. We're pretty close to the tower. Right?
Juno told us the truth, so we're happy. Good morale.
Right. Even though things are, like, fucked. Any of you ever taste Tistleberry mead? You're all some grim company lately. I could really go for some Tistleberry right now. Others mumble in agreement. Some pass around enough strong drink to spread around. Soon they're trying to one-up each other about what they plan to do when they return. Is that going to spend time if we listen to their stories? Is that going to take a day to, like, for that to happen?
I think that just gives you more dialogue, but I can't be certain.
Because I'd like to hear it or read that, but if it's going to take up time...
Only one or two. Tell them to shut the fuck up, or you might as well listen. Or
shut the fuck up and just...
I guess if you keep focused, you could be alerted, or you could be...
As you shutting your mouth, sour expressions roll off you like water over a duck. Yeah, I don't care if the morale's declined. Fucking move.
Your morale means shit to me.
No, you move. I mean, it's still really good.
I'm missing an arm and an eye. You don't hear me bitching. And my name is Ivor. I'm immortal. I'm gonna hear jokes about that for the rest of my life.
Right. Soaring shards of smoky glass just askew from the ground as if flung here. At first it looks like more of the inner Earth's strangeness until you realize that these are splinters of the black sun. Images reflect off the mirrored surfaces, creating an illusory army of ravens as you walk through.
Wow.
Great.
That's cool.
Says Falk, I didn't think I could hate this place more. Now there's 6 of ditch. He was a ditch. The nauseating, sweaty warmth still radiating from... Yeah. Yep. So radiating from the fragments is everyone eager to pass through except Ivan. He stopped at one with his hand pressed against the glassy surface, looking at his own reflection. God, dude, we gotta go. Come on, it's time to go. Hardly recognized myself. Dude, I don't care. We need to move.
Could be worse.
Sorry, I didn't mean to compare. The reality of what I must do is sinking in. We're getting close. Ivan stares out into the distance. Now's not the time for second thoughts. It was always such a long way off. There was more time. Time for what? Juno revealed it already, but there's something you may not have fully grasped, something she forbade me to tell you. She worried it might change things. No more secrets. The only way the Black Sun will return to the sky is for Juno to seal the darkness within. She has to say that. Yeah, no, she told us that, though. Ivan's telling us that like she didn't just tell us that.
Yeah.
Fate worse than death, and it was my fault.
Oh, yeah, she has to be awake the whole time.
Oh, I guess you didn't say that part.
Yeah, she has to be awake the whole time.
There's a...
inside of the sun.
There's a... that actually happens in Green Lantern.
Of course it does.
There's a character that he's like... his like planet of people are like enslaved by like a, barbaric like space warlord, and they're the people on that world are like a distant like offshoot of Kryptonians. And so that he literally blows himself up in the sun to turn it from a red sun to a yellow sun, which is that's the difference between Superman having powers and not having powers. And so then it's like an entire civilization of like that all at once overthrowing these like slave lords. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Green Lantern, some of my favorite comic books ever. Basically, she'll have to work a Chinese office job forever. Really any cubicle, to be honest. Although it is only in China I've seen people at those kinds of jobs get spanked in front of the rest of the employees. So...
What?
Yeah, man, they'll bring all the employees that didn't get their work done on time, like, on a stage and, like, spank them with rulers in front of the rest of the workforce. I'm so not kidding. I mean, I can't say that happens all the time, but I can say it happened once, and I saw that. I don't know if it's a regular thing, but Japan and Korea, too. Yeah, I mean, so there you go. Be glad that doesn't happen here. She's done census fight tooth and nail to make things right.
She's been biting people. Juno needs to go back in that sun.
Yeah,
now.
Seriously. All she's ever done. It's the anger spreading across Ivan's face. He almost looks as big companies like Tencent and Alibaba do. Yeah. Companies like that, like those massive corporations, do definitely do that. He looks as if he's drawing energy from the sun shard. What if there's another way? Even with the sun broken, there must be energy enough here to destroy the serpent. That might be enough. No, we don't change the plan now. Yeah, she said make sure Ivan does the right thing, right? No. That was never my plan. I admit I broke things, but it's up to me to fix them. Who else can do this? Why should I keep asking for permission? Ivan, think of your friends in Arbor Egg. Comes a thin line and some of the fire in his eyes goes out. I know. I apologize. My thoughts have always been difficult to control ever since birth. My mother was the head of the Volca in her time. When she had a boy, the council was worried. The males of our kind have always had a touch of madness to varying degrees. My father couldn't contain his own. I suppose that kind of power would be hard for anyone. It is a curse. He does need a good hard slap. And I mean, big Varl hand across the face. I am only alive at all thanks to Juno, and she's kept this power within me from spilling out. When she spoke to me in a dream at Einertoft, I wasn't even sure it was real. I'd gone so long without her help, I was starting to lose control again. Everything she's done was to heal me, and for that she suffers. Can you imagine feeling so powerful and so weak at the same time? I can imagine. Ivan nods as Folko approaches the two of you in a huff. You done with your little cry yet? You sad baby. I really like her. She is one of my favorite characters. Ivan steps away from the sun shard with a scowl on his face, returning to where Juno awaits. That one's got problems, and that's coming from me. Still hard to imagine those two falling for each other. You think so? You don't? Polka laughs as she punches your shoulder. I can see why you wouldn't get it, Marl. It's not just the one arm you're missing. Every girl in the world wants a boy to promise he'd give her the sun and the stars. Imagine having the one man who actually pulls the sun out of the sky for you. Polka almost looks embarrassed with herself as you head back to the caravan. That's great. So if you had encouraged Ivan to do that, like this other plan, would some other completely different shit just have started happening right there? Him, like, were you just started pulling? Alright.
I can say that some of the decisions you've made influence people's attitudes towards certain plot points.
Sure.
So, like, some things are completely locked out of if you've made certain choices.
Right. So, like, that was probably something that we wouldn't have been able to do anyway.
Like, I can say that if you made the wrong choices, Ivan might have gone down a little darker hole there.
Okay. Alright.
Or the right choices, depending on what you like.
Huh. I've been eating earth plants before, but I can't say if the darkness has tainted it. I can help if it makes you sick, though. I feel like it's a bad idea. I don't feel like anything would be good down here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No. Oh, come on. Fucking. Oh, come on.
You're probably going to end up back at Arboring.
Fuck. Keep a friend company, Alfred beckons during a short rest. Because if you get there, if you pull, the faster you do this, the less times you go back there just to play there at all. Alfred beckons during a short rest, patting a lonely rock at the caravan's edge. Innocent enough, but you see ulterior motives on her face, brighter than the white tower in the distance. Oh God, why do you all want to stop and talk right now? Alright. You're who they tell their children to fear. I don't hate you, the more you know. More about you I know, the more I like you.
Oh shit, the Dredge call themselves the Sculptors.
Yeah, that came up a couple episodes ago.
I forgot about that.
That was like early, and that was basically the first conversation we had with her on it, I think. With this character.
Oh, that's right.
They trust you, don't they? But I wonder if they have earned your trust. Do they have yours? Of course not. Now, Juno, she may be weaving little truths, but step back, look at the whole tapestry. They wield terrible power, perhaps you've noticed. It's we who shaped the stone, get it right, Jesus. It's exactly why they made the Order of Menders. Look over here. We're only healing the sick, building houses. Pay no mind to the madman on Avery Towers turning the world inside out. I've considered it. Come closer. Ivan created a Fane immortal. Can you comprehend? Juno cannot die. That wasn't their goal, was it? Was it immortality without power? Misery? No, I think they're trying to make a god, to make themselves gods. Don't tell me you believe they've come so far just to undo it all. Interesting. What are you implying? Not to sit back and let it happen, that should be clear. Say nothing now, I'm not asking you for promises. But a time will come, and soon, I think, when you'll see the truth unfolding before your eyes. When that time comes, look to me, trust your instincts. Juno and Ivan are not the only ones who know how to twist the threads. I will make certain what they claim to be doing is what is done. I've got to live here, you too, you know. Okay? I mean, I get that was a worthwhile conversation, but guys, we gotta go. We have somewhere to be.
And it's an ivory tower.
Exactly. Distant rumble approaches, and all the things that could be raced through your mind. Someone shouts, "Earthquake!" as the ground bucks beneath your feet. Violently shaking peels rock sheets off the nearby cliffs. They crash around you in great billowing clouds of dust. Everyone all right? Knew I recognized you from somewhere. Swinging at Ollie with clenched fist, this bastard tried to push me into the falling rocks. As the confusion of the dust clears, frustrated ravens are letting off steam with chance of fight. Oh, I don't care what's going on here. It stops right fucking now. This half-hearted punched Ollie's face, but they push each other away. True enough, there'll be plenty of time to settle this later. Yeah, no, fucking stop, you guys, stop.
Yeah, Ollie, quit trying to fucking murder people.
Earthquake was no coincidence, changing the subject, same as when the serpent curved chasms through the earth above. Be on your guard. Fuck, it's the last day. It's only day. Do we have a? Do we have a zero? Does it go around one more for
I
zero?
really hope so.
Yes. Okay. I mean, not that that's a lot more time, but it's a little farther. Fuck. See a lot of movement ahead. Fuck. This time the shifting shadows in the corners of your eyes are real ahead and behind. The others have noticed and are quietly pulling blades, flickering like a school of fish as you press together. Hair warped everywhere ahead, clustered together to slow your progress, and more dot the horizon. We're so close, and you know his frustration. Charging was the best option last time, right? Yeah. Do that again? Oh, fucking hell, man. And everyone's injured. Oh, okay. Let's see how this goes. We're going back to Arborang at least one more time for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, you guys fucking come over here. Yeah, you come to me. Yeah, no, you guys, come on. This fight is relatively easy compared to what you've survived. Alright. Oh, go fuck yourself. No, with that bullshit. Oh, and I can't get anyone up there fast enough. Fuck it. Alright. Get like 2 up. There's that little animation there. Tough.
What?
Yeah, because they're all fucking injured. So. Yeah, even Ivor can't do that much. Overwatch. Okay.
Apparently there was a voice line from the character that became Cole Cassidy.
You mean the...
Yeah, the porn star.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm McCree. It's like, how are you gonna leave a voice line with his name in it?
After changing his name.
They took it out once it got made fun out of enough, but it's like one of the characters that like shipped in the very first iteration of Overwatch,
right,
is not in the game right now because of a glitch. So, just one of the most straightforward fucking...
Oh, Overwatch 2 has been a fucking massive failure of a launch.
PvE, they just said, you know what, we're going to launch the game, we're just going to keep on working on the part of this game that makes it different than the other game. And we'll come out 2023. But we have a battle pass, and we took all of the heroes that were previously unlocked as soon as you had the game. We closed Overwatch 1, so fuck you. And you have to earn those by completing matches. It's a good system, though, I promise, because once you've completed 50 matches, you will have unlocked half of all of the characters.
Half? I mean, it's just insulting. Does the Diablo Immortal thing, too, where it takes years to max through a character. Yeah. Yeah, well, and also, I was not an Overwatch fan to begin with, but the fact that the first game, which people did like, is now just doesn't exist. Because you know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
That it straight up replaced it.
They closed it as soon as the Overwatch 2 launched in early access. And that's what
literally
this is called
replaced
right
it
now. It's not fully. This is early access still.
Oh, is it really still considered? I thought it like fully launched.
They're calling it a full launch, but they had to completely scrape off the single player or the non-competitive campaign. Like, so imagine them releasing the next Call of Duty when they're not finished with the campaign yet.
Right.
Just so that they could release the new PvP stuff. That is a significant thing. They're also missing several of the new heroes that were supposed to launch with it. They're missing several of the new skins for the old heroes, so that made them worth playing a bit.
Well, yeah, because you have to. You basically you're starting over with this game.
They also decreased the amount of players that you could have in a single match from 6 to 5, which doesn't seem big, but from what I've read, it's fucked up queue times, and from what I've seen, it just doesn't seem as lively of a match to see one person less. I don't see what purpose that would have served.
Yeah, no, I can't.
They also completely fucked up the balance in that, like, tanks are supposed to be really hard to kill, do a whole bunch of damage. There's the support players that keep everyone alive and keep the enemy team, fucked up. And then there's the damage dealers that, they just go for kills. They made the tanks do a lot more damage because now there's only one tank. And so the tanks can go around just getting easily a quarter of the fucking total match kills by themselves.
Okay.
Which makes it's like, why are there even damage dealers if the tank is doing more damage?
Right, that doesn't make sense.
Like, it's and at the same time, they don't balance things by raising everything up. They balance down.
Right.
So, like, you have some really cool abilities, like, Roadhog's got this meat hook, and you can throw it and, like, grab people, and then you shoot them with a shotgun as soon as they get to you. That normally kills a lot of the weaker things. Not anymore.
No, it just doesn't even do anything.
There's a bomb that you throw, but it's a fucking tire. It's a rocket-propelled tire. And it's really hard to aim, but when you aim it just right, you can kill the entire team. Except not anymore. You can't even kill somebody in their, like, weakened state.
Jeez.
With some, like, if everybody is, like, damaged, or you're hitting a bunch of people that only have, like, low health, like some of the harder character classes.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's a lot.
There's a lot. I didn't even.
This is the next big fuck up. I feel like this is the next fuck up we'll be talking about for a long time.
I will say, maybe it's shaking. When they launched it, there were queues of like 30,000 players long. Like, you had to essentially put yourself in a line, and launch day was waiting in a queue for about 20 minutes, getting disconnected, waiting in a queue for 30 minutes, getting into a match, and then the match, you lose because fuck you. And then
or you get booted part of the way through.
Or you get booted part way through. You also have to convert your old console accounts and stuff over to the BlizzardBattle.net account.
Get off the table. No. Cat. Still haven't learned that lesson.
And that's a whole separate server queue for your account to be processed. So the first time you play, you have to stand at a different queue.
They're becoming more relentless. Seems to be more and more of them. Rubbing his soul shoulders, you nod. Must mean we're getting close. And there it is. Fuck.
No loading screen or anything. I love that.
That's nice, at least. Barbarian stories written on a tapestry. The edges are becoming afraid. The menders are dying. A few to the warp, a couple to stray arrows and mad revolters. You used to need a phone and subscription to log into the game. Yep, which didn't work for people who subscribed to smaller companies like Mint Mobile. Like those just weren't
you needed
just weren't eligible. It had to be from like AT&T, T-Mobile,
it had to be.
or
It couldn't
Verizon.
be like one of those burner phones. And certain addresses weren't working if you were at an apartment complex because a lot of people were registered under one address. So it was a system that favored homeowners rather than renters. How fucked up. It's like, how stupid do you have to fucking be to completely forget about apartment buildings?
Yeah.
That is so goddamn
Oh, I
stupid.
forgot that there are apartment buildings. Wow. Alright, let's see. They're hooves lay victims of the spat. Canary is waving her javelin. You can't be certain what has sparked them this time or who is to blame. Trying to find out what happened.
I mean, shit, we're in the penthouse apartment right now.
Yeah, it's totally like a penthouse.
We're on the 30th story.
It's not forgetfulness, it's elitism. I mean, that's the truth, but at the same time, it feels like forgetful incompetence too. Even if it's not, it just it's incompetence.
You know, it has to suck
it is
for the people
incompetence.
who actually worked on the video game and did their perspective roles good, and then there came the people that were like, all right, we have to handle account security. How are we going to handle account security?
Okay, Doojer's just gone.
We're just going to...
Oh, shit. What is that?
What?
The big fucking thing flying around, like, as occasionally, like...
Oh, the serpent?
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, I probably should have guessed that. Blacksmith billows up from the ramshackle shelters to spring...
Lost the horses?
Danger died, specifically. But I didn't think they were all gone. Scramble, save their own things from fire. Chain of water. It's water you doubt you can afford to lose. You don't seem to be making a fire. Yeah, go. Yeah, come on. You must ignore your pleas, and eventually smoldering embers are all that's left. Alright, well, that didn't go well. Oh, okay. Well, alright.
Who did what on this?
Gris. Oh no, Gris, he died on our orders. We didn't spend any time with him though, so he's not like, I don't know. That's not like a hard-hitting death, I guess, to me, because I feel like we didn't spend time with that character.
What happened to Gunnel? Is he still kicking?
Shit, now I don't remember.
Man, I hope so. Gunnel was pretty...
Yeah, he's awesome. He's able to wall to the benders, worse for wear. The warped pouring out of the darkness are still mostly dredge, but now you recognize more and more of them as Arborang's clansmen turned into nightmare creatures. Where you begin noticing a pile of dead guards and a panicked Mender holding his light against the approaching warped. He can't die here. Okay. Oh wow, he's still there. Obviously he's about to die, isn't he? Kicked a warped drudge over the side of the wall, lost a couple Menders. The warped are coming a lot faster. Glad to see you, but I don't know how much longer we can hold out. Already a new horde approaches. Shit. Yeah, well, and they're all fucked up too. Like that's.
Poor Deirdre.
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad. I liked Deirdre. That spear was fucking sick.
Right?
I guess we'll just... Oh, Trigby's already up there. Okay.
Trigby, get in there again. Come on, we're gonna need two of you.
We do. Yeah, I could use two Trigby's. I could totally use two Trigby's. Let's get ourselves an archer in there. We got one archer. Well, I guess Rook did, but... Shit, man.
Wow.
How close are we at this point? It can't be a lot.
No. You're past the bell. Like the Godstone.
Right.
So, I guess I could stand a check since I'm only sitting here watching this epic combat.
This was probably our last time we return. Oof. Oh, there's a whole other mini boss that we could meet if we took longer. Interesting. Interesting. Is it another Sunder? Or is it Ruin? Is it Ruin's like mutated form? Yeah, it's a Sunder. Not Ruin, but okay, interesting. Damn. Should be.
Ooh.
Alright. Alright, down you go. Kroomers. Or, I mean, Ubin's probably not got too much longer in them here. Nice, okay. Alright, alright. It's not going horribly. Thank fuck people don't perma-die in battle like in Fire Emblem. I know, right? Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine? This game would be a pain.
God, that game would be such an...
Because that's what it's like in Fire Emblem. That's just what it is. Someday I would like for us to play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance on the channel. I think that would be really fun. Because it's one of those me and Michael played as kids and never actually got all the way through. So that'd be a really cool stream series for us to do.
Oh, shit. I did start reading ahead to who all starts dying, because if you don't have any of the event, like if you don't come back to Arboring, none of the consequences of the actions taken in Arboring past that point really come into play.
Right, you have to keep going back for it to actually matter.
But the longer it takes, the more and more people inevitably die and don't make it to the end, and I didn't realize how bad that was.
Yeah, a lot of people die.
Like, one of the options is like, character 1, character 2, or 1 and 3 die.
Oh.
So, it's like the best option is only one character dying.
Damn, alright. Well, if it's Petrus, I don't really care. Sorry, Petrus, but you're not. I'm just not that into you. I got lucky. I went down to like my last or second last return to Arboring, and everyone made it out. Damn. This has got everybody out, even though he was only had like one more return pretty badass.
Yeah.
Spice. Oh,
Clear fight.
flee, because we already lost a couple. Alright. Warped monsters beyond the light are becoming increasingly aggressive. Despite the victory, the writing is on the wall. We bought some time, but this is not sustainable. We're going to have to fall back before long. Oh my god, one day? We only have a day? Seriously? Oh my god.
Fuck.
We only bought... Not, like... Ugh. Really?
Well, at least you're gonna see that boss.
That might be enough. Are we that close to the tower? Fuck, man. Warp dredge bodies ornament this hill like crenellations, some sitting here slumped, all dead. What happened here? Grunts Valgard pushing one over with his foot. Hundreds can be seen from the hilltop, and they look suspiciously arranged. This wasn't a battle. Valgard continues, noting the same Juno, and Ivan have nothing to add. Wait, what if this is a warning of some kind for something ahead? You're within shitting distance of the end. Don't know or care, let's get out here. Yeah?
So is shitting distance like when you could like, hang on, I gotta go take a shit, you come back and then you come like and they're at the ivory tower?
Or like a projectile like type thing.
Like
Okay, let's just go, right? Let's just fucking go? Or am I missing something cool if I don't stop and do this?
I guess inspect the dredge briefly for clues.
But then are we going to get in a fight and like waste time because we stop and look?
That's true.
Only you could put it so delicately.
Fecal repository. That's a great word for toilet. Definitely
Ulysses,
worse.
Ulysses, is this worth stopping to inspect, or should we just fucking just go?
Go.
What do you think?
Tell everyone to take the day off, too, while they're looking for valuable things.
Oh, God.
We'll just pick up camp in a couple days. Harboring's fine.
Oh, we'll be alright? Okay. Dredge's weapons are stood, but they each suffer the same piercing wound. They have no signs of food or supplies, and something feels wrong about the way they sit, loosely propped up in a circle, looking at each other. It suddenly dawns on you. Mass suicide. These dredge appear to have ended each other before the darkness reached them, rather than be twisted alive. It leaves a pit in your stomach to wonder if the survivors in Arborang might do the same. Caravan leaves the macabre scene behind. Oh, it did suck a bunch of time off us.
It looked like a toothpick when I first saw it. Now soars above our heads.
Oh my god.
Dwarfing any structure made by kings or Ra. This is where our troubles began. And with luck, where they will end.
Armies have crashed against the steep black cliffs of Arborang before, as the warp do now. You retreated again, and it was costly. Thousands more dead, but necessary. Banshee whales went on long into the... Oh, I mean, you're fine, dude, you're fine. Thousands were dead, but necessary. Banshee whales went on long into the encroaching night, but the black rock wall has never been breached, the menders to tell you. Even with so many slaughtered, space is scarce. Aleo nods when you tell him you're going to get some air outside the crowded gathering halls. Survivors camp in different clusters atop the black rock. You wonder how many families sown upon your bed are just memories now. Then you note how strange the silence sounds. Clans have lost their taste for troublemaking, and even the warped have withdrawn. Maybe you're safe up here. Maybe the menders are right. The fuck they are. Okay, I
Oh,
can probably
shit,
upgrade
like-
people at once.
You lost the whole lower ring of the city.
Yeah. Did that not happen? That didn't happen for
I
you, I'm
never got
assuming?
the third one.
Damn.
I'm not even sure I got the second one.
Well, it's interesting at least to see what happens. I mean,
Yeah, holy shit.
really. The Great Hall is not wheelchair accessible. Let's see. Alright. man. Fatigue draws you into a stupor. It feels weird to be doing nothing, Aleo says, breaking the silence. Spirits are low. Maybe this would be a good chance to see how everyone's holding up. Oh, one last talking to everybody. Eagle puts a hand on your shoulder as you pass, the first smiling face you've seen in a while. How are you? Are you holding up? I see you going around making sure everyone else is alright. Has anyone asked how you're doing? Not gonna lie, it's been rough. Sure is. Things started off bad, but all of this is even more out of our control. Can't shake the feeling I'm really lucky to still be here. What are the odds? So many people didn't make it. Is there anything I could do, to help? Yeah, do that. Yeah, do something useful, man. Looks like you've got the Great Hall covered, but I'll go between the other shelters and see what they're missing. You've always been the helpful one. If I had... Hesitates, sweat hanging on his brow. You can tell he's really wrestling with whether to say something or not. What is it? Oh yeah, no, everybody said that already, man. Where were you? Told you in this all story that I would do anything to protect her, but I didn't. I couldn't protect her at all. Pretty sure he also died, immediately when he showed up in our playthrough. Or second
he has the
died,
most
right
opportunities out of any character to die throughout the series. And so
really? And I have him alive?
It's lucky. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Of all the characters that that have gotten
I feel like I'm really lucky to be here alive still, okay?
Wow. Alright. It's not your fault. We were facing asunder. I know that, but I never had a chance to tell you. It seems like the best chance I might get. I'm so sorry. If you want to honor her, stay strong and survive.
I can't go through this again.
He got brained right away in my second playthrough as well. You're right, I will. I'll go make myself useful. Thank you, Rick. Feel yourself striking down into old, aching memories, but Eagle squeezing your shoulder pulls you back to the present. Okay. Talk to Zephyr. Zephyr's overseeing the Menders, but looking just as drained, if not more. She calls you by name. I've heard more about you since coming to Arborang. Seems like these people owe you a great deal. I didn't do it on my own. Close enough, though. I wish I had supported you better at the gates. And I also heard you traveled with a Varl named Ingvar. That seemed like quite a coincidence at first. How did you discover this light spell? Not easily. Things went bad at Manahar. And we never saw Manahar, did we?
That's the tower that you were fighting.
Oh, that's right. But it was
they get to Manahar and Ivan had he'd fucking torn the tower apart. And
so we didn't get to see it in its glory.
He rent it asunder with lightning.
I would so be alright with seeing a prequel of this, just to see more of the world before it was destroyed. I would totally be into another game set in this universe.
And then he dropped that whole tower on top of Bulwark.
Bulwark, yeah, yep. So yeah, we got to see it. We just didn't get to see it when it was nice. Nearly gave up. What Juno and Ivan must have done. Nobody thought it was possible. When you become a Valkar, are you all forced to take an oath to be as vague and mysterious as possible? I'm sorry, but it would be hard to believe if I told you. Try me. Believe they have pulled down and shattered the black sun that resides inside the earth. Okay, I can see your point. He's well known, especially amongst the Dredge. They say he once slew a Sunder called Raze who carried Bellower's child. Ruin was Raze's sister. Oh, interesting. It's my belief that Ruin probably came to Arborang hoping to find Ingvar. In the face of this darkness, the other Sunder have scattered to the wind, but Ruin wanted revenge, even if it meant killing everyone in the way. Saying all the people who died in that siege was because of Ivor, and I can only imagine it is why Bellower chased you all the way to Borisgard. Suppose there's no point in secrets anymore. After the Great War, the Valkyr tried to broker peace, and mostly succeeded. One of the conditions that we delivered the Varl named Ingvar, they called him Destroyer. That's why, was it Bercy was talking about how he was looking for him? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Juno and Ivan would almost certainly have recognized him. Did they ever mention this? No, but they nearly let him die on the bridge. I wonder, was the decision truly Ingvar's, or not best? No, it's best not to speculate. You trust your friend Ivor completely? Yeah, I mean, out of everybody, yeah. He's one of the... Then you were right to let him go, and that itself gives me hope. What's the... Oh, I skipped one. Alright, well, in the early days, the Valk had nearly godlike powers. He spent generations obsessed with immortality. It has become diluted over time, of course. Did you know that the Vulca raised to the black rock plateau we're standing on, pulled straight out of the earth? The unnaturally dark rock is the same material dredge used to make their armor, believe it or not. That was long before I was born. Me, I've learned a few tricks, but all I can do now is share the same blind hope that if we just hold out, well, maybe this will be of more use to you than me. Clasp of kin. At the end, it's funny we're still getting items. Do you get to use items like in? And there's not like a new game plus where you get to use these items.
More for just whatever remaining battles you have.
Right. I mean, maybe it would make the game too easy, but I feel like a new game plus could be really fun, really cool and fun with this. Just because of all the things you unlock over the course of the game. It's just more of an opportunity to use it all, you know? That not long now. Make the most of your time. I only wish I could have done more. Well,
If only you hadn't had to kill Nickelback down in the mines.
right. Nickelback. Hello, Hunter. Found yourself a little patch of quiet and don't know what to do with yourself. Something like that. The eye of the storm, as the poets say. You start predicting the weather when you've been around long enough, or maybe you just talk about it more. Old Earl stops scratching notes to talk. Ever seen anything like this in your many years? You know, I've heard mankind take being called old an insult, but I never knew why. Now let me think. Well, the fall of Skrymirstead was something to behold, half a city sinking into the Silverstone, and Grafheim was even bigger. But something like this? No, it was not. Funny how our memories measure worth, isn't it? Remember my companion Gunnulf telling me I look like an eggplant better than I recall a city sinking beneath the waves. That's why I like to write these things down. Skathik says something in his own tongue, and Ubin laughs. He says I don't look like an eggplant. I like the Horseborn. They're fun.
They're literal. I like them.
They're very literal. Yeah, I like Drax. You've been writing in your book. Stories mostly, but not like the Menders and Scalds. Menders write about what's in the past, and the Scalds stretch fantasies about what happened. Historical writings are mostly useless, if you ask me. Even a perfect record is only good as the man reading it, and most of us aren't that good. You mean we remember things the way that suits us best? The horsies are pretty... Yeah, they're sassy. They're sassy horsies. Spin a dozen different morals from the same yarn. Indeed, we're all a bunch of liars at heart. I write stories about people. When someone reveals their own hopes and fears, that's the truth of things, even if it's a lie. One of the reasons I learned to talk to people like the Horsebird. I'd like to speak with the Dredge too one day if they'll have me. More detail about Dalaland, the Horseborn's homeland. Why don't you ask them yourself? Ubin says a few words, who nods. I'm a trader, I've traveled more than most and never seen the end of our lands. Maybe they are endless. Men have said it is empty, but they are wrong. We only think it is empty because they move too slowly. When the sun stops, we celebrate it as a blessing. It is warmth and freedom. But then the shattering split our land into pieces. Now each piece is small and empty. I think my kind becomes restless here. They talk a lot about the brave who tried to outrun the darkness. They have already become legend. Maybe they are still running across Dalalan. I like to imagine this. Your city is heavy and cold and made for men to walk slowly in circles, but go nowhere. I will be glad to see the sun again. He looks a little wistful and nods his head to say he's done. Old Rouse. There we go. A curiosity, what are you planning to do with your writings if the darkness overtakes us? Leave it for someone else to find. Sudden smile falls from his face as he realizes it'll become warped. Would you believe I hadn't thought of that? Maybe a Horseborn could. No, not without a mender. Maybe we could spare a mend or two. Damnation. We'll have to live. There's no way around it now. That's great. That's great. Goddamn. Yeah, literally that's all that's left. The Orb had not been able to scale the Black Wall since coming here a day ago. Many wanted to take full advantage of their respite, others call it folly. Keeping a full watch now means forcing fatigued and wounded survivors to take turns. Some haven't slept in days. Forget the watch, exhaustion is a bigger threat right now. Strong protect the weak, let volunteers take watch. Force everyone to take their fair turn. Yeah, strong protect the weak. Stress is starting to seep in every decision. Nobody comes away happy, but enough capable men and women volunteering the dreaming face of a sleeping child convinces you it was the right decision. Alright, basement. Woman comes to you quietly and confident. Saw a whole bunch of the fools, she confides. Drunk as boiled owls, laughing it up down there. Some of the men have snuck downstairs to take advantage of the dwindling mead. Join us, Hunter, they chortle when you go to look for yourself. Can't take it with you. Maybe they have a point. On the other hand, these supplies could have been stretched out for days. You spy Trigby amongst them and slap a cup from his hand. He's like, oh, this could have lasted us a while, as he continues to drink. Also, yeah, boiled owls. That's a new one. I've never heard that. Slap cup from his hand. It rattles to the floor as you watch it continues to bounce as if on its own until the whole room rumbles and shakes. The flagstone bursts around your feet and the warp claw their way from underneath. Terror drags the sluggards to their feet. This must be what the warped have been up to this whole time. Feign, slurs a man, pulling down a barrel onto the warped and knocking it back below. Feign them all. Use the barrels to help repel them. You think that's the best choice? Rouse the drunks to stand their ground and fight. I feel like that wouldn't. I feel like they just die. I feel like the barrels just. I mean, yeah, we're losing supplies, but like at this point,
Yeah.
I don't know. Following their lead, you kick a barrel into the nearest warp, plummet back into the pit, drive them back, you shout. More warp drag themselves up, and returning later, backup comes clomping down the stairs. What took so long? It's not just here. They're coming up all over the plateau. Amongst the warp dredge rises the twisted wreckage of what must be asunder. Just its presence makes your skin crawl and your instincts scream, flee, but where? Sending them back into the dirt, you shout in spite of yourself. Alright.
Can you guess which Sunder it is?
It looked like the one that took over the bodies. Is it that one?
Yeah.
Eyeless, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you get the Sunder Eyeless and...
The Sunder Down Under. That's pretty good. Oh, I don't have enough. Shit. Alright, well. All we can do is just keep moving forward. Shit, alright. How badly is this about to go? Yeah, well, also, Trigby, can you hear that? Can you hear that thunder? It's a gassy thunder.
The fucking gassy Eyeless. Oh, I break that armor.
Is this another one where if you can kill Eyeless fast enough, that's like
If
the
you
only...
kill Eyeless first, Eyeless shouldn't have anything to possess.
Possess,
There we go,
right,
there we go.
yeah. Alright, well, yeah, let's see if we can do that. Not too bad so far.
Yeah, the focus fire tactic seems to be really paying off. Wow. That's a pretty damn good study. You did good.
Damn, alright.
Double blind and everything.
So that's it, right? No more coming back for that one?
You would think. No, I actually don't know.
Because you never played this part.
I didn't
which is
have.
wild.
I went back to Arboring once. This is kind of cool.
Sunder ain't shit these days. Honestly, that's true. Compared to what it was before. They really ain't shit.
Of course, that was the twisted corpse of Eyeless.
Right, not even the real Eyeless. So, yeah.
Because, like, we killed Eyeless, and then just, like, puppeted Eyeless. Which is kind of cool.
Fucking this bear is, like, really, really tough. Let's just do that so we're not using will until... fucking goddamn. Bear. She actually doesn't appear here if you kill her in two. I I thought I did get her into. Am I remembering that wrong?
Yeah, we blew up Eyeless in the mine. Oh,
I thought I beat her in combat.
There is a second place you can fight Eyeless
Oh, okay.
into.
Oh, you have to like finish her off like an extra. Okay. Fucking Oddleaf. I feel like I didn't upgrade her enough throughout the game. She's not she's not that helpful at the end here. God. Okay. I don't want you to stand in that shit. You know what?
Good thing you didn't level her up. There, fan.
Yeah, she wasn't doing a whole lot for me anyway. Shit, man. There we go. Okay, well, that's one more. 1, 2, so there's 3 left. Alright, we could do that. We could do that. We're almost there. Just charge through that shit. Ha! Alright, never mind. So I get for not pulling up, like, all the characters' health before I make a choice. What? What was that?
I guess we'll never know. She went from, like, gonna hit him for, like, a good amount of damage to... I don't have the strength to go on.
Oh, hell you don't.
And, you know, when she gets messed up and, like, she gets taken out of the fight, you know things are going bad.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, okay. Right, right.
Canarian and Arborang.
This is why Let's Overwatch is so OP. Fair enough. Oh, we're so close.
You know, for having to fight Asunder, that was
the easiest one in this battle. All mutilated and shitty now. I know I hit my own guy there, but it was worth it to deal that extra damage, I think. Fuck you. Oh, literally one more hit. And of course I can't get close. There we go. Fuck you. Okay. Alright. Basement is dark and silent once again, and the survivors hustle to ceiling cover holes. Suddenly regretting lost so much mead because you could use a drink right now. Someone is telling Zephyr that only half the Menders have survived. Shit. Alright, well that should be plenty of time to get to the tower in this last go. That should be plenty of time.
Yeah, half of the Menders being dead isn't exactly a good idea. It's not good news.
Yeah, but they were kind of pieces.
Oh shit, that's the White Tower.
Okay, so yeah, we're good. We're good. We made it. Back of your mind, you always knew it was coming. A fearsome figure stands before the White Tower, before a crowd of warped terrors. Yeah, almost started to worry you wouldn't make it. Yeah, I knew this was coming. Knew I'd see your smiling face. I'm surprised she doesn't look very different.
Yeah.
Like I figured they'd do something with this character design, but I was expecting the serpent myself. Serpent carved a path for me straight to this place. Remember the quakes near the cliffs and put the pieces together. Must be getting pretty desperate if it brought you here to deal with us. On the contrary, seems like a great idea to me. Go ahead and try some mind tricks, see what rage really looks like. This is the last chance for reason, Bolvark. Your ravens can't survive this. They're not mine anymore, witch. You know, I saw this place in my dreams, so this is where the Volca did all their dirty deeds, stole your powers. Never thought I'd end up taking the Dredger's side. Just fucking rush him. Is that even a good idea? Fuck it, let's be risky and try.
They're gonna go. I don't think there's talking Bulwark out of this.
No, so let's just fucking go. Let's just fucking go. Is this the last fight?
You know, I can't recall.
It's not close. Actually, the best choice. Oh, nice. I do like that it's like Ivor and Bolvark being like the big, like, fuck you at the end. Oh, he brings more troops if you try and reason with him. Oh, what the fuck are all these icicle bitches?
Resist! I thought for sure your character was dead there.
Oh no, he's got some strong-ass defense. Oh nice, you can like hit those and have them blow up in their faces. That's kind of cool. Is this another one where if I just focus on Bolvark and really try and get him out of here, that's gonna...
Oh yeah. If Bulwark's dead, that gets rid of a good chunk of the fight. That thing is a good second. Or the Stone Singer up there, I guess. Can't that dude summon somebody as was his power?
Oh, my guy? Dredger.
No, the just a regular dude. Remember the guy you were saying, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, is that what he can do, is summon, like, more guys?
I think so, yeah. That was either his or Petrus's thing. Ah, damn, that's right. Petrus did just have that cool ability where you could have a 7th fighter.
Fuck, okay.
That guy really does have nothing cool then.
Shit. Oh, the dude with the... Oh, what's this fucking name?
Iric?
Yeah, put him and Petrus together for an 8-man team. Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. That's pretty cool. Oh, come on. Okay.
Good job, Hogan.
He tried his best. I've already forgotten the differences between them for the most part. Oh wait, no. No.
Yeah, getting his health down is the best idea. Oh, that's Mogan. He has a scar.
Fuck yeah, Krumer. I know. I really did put a lot of points into Ivor to just fucking beef him up as much as possible. Oh, no, hold on. I'll just give you motion sickness real quick. Are you trying to go after Krumer now?
Not doing a very good job of it.
Yeah, you're not getting away from me. Yeah, there we go. Get a bunch of them at once there. Yeah, this could be going worse.
Those things do look like mind flayers from like Dungeons and Dragons lore.
Oh yeah. Tentacle faces.
Little nautilid looking motherfuckers.
Just crushing these bumblefucks.
Except for Mogan, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, he went down really quick. And this is with a team of every single one of my characters is injured, too.
Yeah.
So this isn't even like a full... Is that hentai?
Well, I guess, yeah.
There we go, Bulwark is down.
Mind flayers reproduce in the funnest of ways. They actually take a little tiny baby mind flayer.
Oh
They
shit.
put it in the mind of a sentient race and let it kind of just grow until it takes over the husk. It becomes a mind flayer. They are parasitoids.
Oh, interesting. Krumer went down, and that's probably the big thing that's like actually got me a little worried now. This guy's still got a lot of health. Cat, out of the corner, I swear to God. Hold on. Yes, I also see that there is a bug on the wall. I need you to not jump a notch over.
Cats are great hunters. They just have no sense of repercussions. Good thing they don't know about fire.
Jeez, I will say, I always notice when there are bugs because
Cats.
yeah. Okay. I don't have a Tempest. Fuck. We might still lose this. Maybe not, but it's not looking great. Well, actually, Ivor's doing pretty good
If
still.
you utilize the ice things, wouldn't those do a guaranteed 3 damage?
Oh, that's true. I probably should have. Try. Oh. Okay. Yeah, at this point, I'm like not close to any of them.
It sucks that you can have taken down Bulwark, but still get done in by Tentacruel.
Tentacruel. That's good.
Does the apostate... Oh, you don't have any willpower.
Yeah. Oh, shit. No, leave... Oh, nice. Okay. Well, I just deflected it.
Striking range.
True. Okay. Okay. Here we go. One more. Hey, there we go. We did it. Hell yeah. Woo. Okay. That was close. That was very close. Okay. Now what? My toes much taller than you imagine, tall enough to reach a sun, you wonder. Trick of perspective? No, there really are that many stairs. Bolverk doesn't look right, still as he is, but he doesn't rise again. Ravens stare, wearing a wide range of emotions on their faces. You have no time to gape yourself. You drag Ivan toward the tower, where stairs spiral upward beyond sight, and you take the first of many steps. Alright, last chapter, here we go. I assume this last one is a bit shorter than usual.
A fair bit forward. A fair bit shorter.
There's the fight at the end. Keep going if you lose the fight, but the ending is much darker. I bet. Ooh. Oh, that just skipped to the top. Top of the tower's just up these stairs. Still crazy. I still can't believe that's an actual sun. You're really going to put it back in the sky somehow. Ivan will. Juno, there has to be some other way. I can't. You can. We've come this far. Wait, Juno, wait. This is really happening now. Give me a moment. Juno and Ivan embrace one final time. Ivan whispers something meant only for her, and then you are forced to move on. Okay. Yeah, that is so epic looking. that is fucking awesome.
The world lives or dies here. This is it.
Yeah, this looks cool as shit.
Center of the tower, Juno sits upon the pedestal, and Ivan reluctantly begins his task. Juno hovers in the air, immobilized. She looks peaceful, as if finally letting go of the burden she had carried this far, when you hear a familiar rumbling. Serpent. Yep. But it's not even the serpent as it was, like, it is itself warped, right? Like, it's not even...
Yeah, as soon as Ivan started to tear it apart, it started to decay.
Oh, it can still talk, though. Well, I guess Bolverk can still talk. Serpent raises its tattered head to the tower top. It speaks in an ancient tongue as before. Begone, creature. You don't even have the strength to crush this tower anymore. Serpent continues its low, undulating speech like smoke rolling over seawater. Ivan stops. He's listening. Gorthus Fabel. What does it want? It is giving up. It wants to make a deal. Half a prophecy of extinction, it says. The darkness will lift and it will spare Arborang. It consumes only half the world. Half the world in exchange for what? Juno's energy. If I release it to the serpent, Juno will be gone, but she won't suffer. You can tell Ivan is seriously considering it. Yeah, this isn't what we came here to do. This is not the plan.
Yeah.
Things change. This is out of your hands now. Tell me why. Have I not earned that at least? Ivan returns his attention to you with frustration on his face. Behind him, the serpent rattles in resentment at being ignored. Why? Because Juno does not deserve this. Don't you understand what is happening here? How could I? It's been nothing but lies and secrets since we first met. What choice did we have? Try to imagine if I told you the truth when we met. It was hard enough to convincing anyone to listen in the first place. Back at Sigerholm, when I begged you to wait for Juno, how long did you wait? Not even a single day. And that after all I did in Eintertoft to save the Varl from complete extinction. No, if you knew the truth, you'd have drowned me in that lake yourself. I couldn't even trust you to save yourselves. So you will decide who is to be saved. How are we supposed to know what was going on? Trust all of this was your doing. That's not what I mean. What's the point of this, Ivor? So brothers and clansmen can keep killing each other over petty disputes, so Varl and Dredge can go on destroying each other over ancient history. Even after we realized the Dredge were only fleeing the darkness, same as the rest of us, even after discovering a Dredge child dying in the snow, an infant, everyone was ready to slaughter it like a pig. And yet the Dredge child lives on even now. So maybe 1 in thousands is spared. Is this really what you want to argue right now? Look, you've made good points, but try to put yourself in my position. God damn it, he really does need just a giant smack in the face. Asked to weigh the fate of the world against their loved ones, how would anyone choose the world? Serpent slithers anxiously. It is not accustomed to being ignored, but Ivan seems determined to get this off his chest. And we both know how this world really is. Remember Dengler's Godstone? That old woman lies to our faces about who attacked who, then she mocks us for not butchering that stone hurler on sight. And even with the truth laid so bare before us, there was a debate. How can we hope to overcome that kind of spite and ignorance, that hatred? What are we fighting so hard to preserve, exactly? Yeah, I mean, you have had time to ask that stone hurler how she feels.
Yeah.
Fair enough, I understand your meaning, but you don't know the depths of it the way I do. There was a woman near Ormsa River after we somehow survived crossing the chasm. Some of her own clansmen had tied her to a stake, which, they screamed, she was meant to starve to death. You still see her face, the torture and the pain. Do you remember how many days she had hung there starving before we arrived? 4 days? Was it 4 days? I feel like our answer, whether we remember it well, is going to affect his response quite a bit.
Well, do you remember what you did?
No, I don't. I actually don't.
If you remember that witch, you were like, doesn't concern me, and you walked right past
Did I? Oh, God. 4 days? They told us 3. Maybe those men lied, or with the sun stopped, maybe they miscounted. She had been there at least 7 days already. I could feel her agony. According to their own absurd rules, it proved she wasn't a witch. She should have been freed. Can you imagine suffering like that for a world that doesn't even remember you? That's what this is about, isn't it? This is about Juno. I'm not trying to make everything about Juno. It seems like you are. Yeah. I mean, I just need to believe in what I'm supposed to do. Ivan seems to be swayed by your arguments. The coils of the serpent are wrapping around tighter around the tower, and you can feel its patience growing thin. When we found Juno's body smashed and broken on the frozen sea, I saw that same fate for her as that poor woman starving to death. Suffering alone, forgotten. Everyone else was so quick to give up on her. I'm grateful that you did not, but that's what you're asking me to do now. I must sound pathetic. I realize that it has to be hard to sympathize, but maybe of all people you can, Ivor. When you stood against Bellower on the bridge, I finally recognized you, and I knew what you had done to Ray's and his child. You followed us both to Borisgard to finish the job. What would you give to have a let back? Don't make Juno suffer an even worse fate, please, Ivor. Trust me to find a solution. Ivan turns back to the serpent, his body radiating immense power as he speaks to it again. Alfred gives you a severe look as if to say he lies. You recall her plan to complete the ritual in place of Ivan. If you're going to do something, it has to be now. Fucking edgelord, Ivan. So we'll... I don't trust that. I don't. We've had a fucking plan. We had a plan. Can Ivan be trusted to fix this a different way? I just don't.
Do you think you've swayed him?
I mean, it said we have, so.
Do you trust a game?
I don't trust the game at all. It seemed like we got through to him.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna try. Only a terrifying silence suddenly hangs between them. It's over. There has been an agreement. What have you done? Do not fear what you see now. The world may be changed, but Arbering will survive, and Juno will finally have peace.
No.
Oh, fucking bitch! Nope. All right. I thought we convinced him. I thought we convinced him. All right. Well, we're going.
Damn it.
All right. I said we just go with the flow, and the stream playthrough is just what happens. I should have just fucking killed him. I should have killed him.
Should I have done more?
Yeah, I should have killed him.
Would be better. The serpent poets once restored power and then was gone. Ivan swore it would keep its promise and leave Arberong untouched. But the land remains warped, where it hasn't been swallowed whole.
Well, I figured you could convince him. It just,
No
I guess I thought.
And on the horizon now approaches Arberong. Do I dare to hope?
Damn. That's bleak. That's super fucking bleak. Is that it? Is that it?
Yeah.
That's where it. Yeah. Shit. All right. Yeah, that's bleak.
Now, if you want, you can reload.
We can reload the save
to
and
see
just
what happens, just because that's official. That's one of your.
Right.
Once you reload chapter 22, there's only so many outcomes that can be affected based on your
just
dialogue.
go a little bit more. It's almost hard to believe they really did it. Whatever it is. The sun's actually moving for a long time. Things were looking pretty hopeless. The gods are dead, the world turned to dust, and still we survive. Yeah. What now? Time passes. Life will return. Grass and green will sprout from the dust. I believe there are other survivors, far in the north, perhaps huddled around godstones. South of the darkness, there may still be horseborn fleeing across the fields, or ships of men, or dredged without sunder. So we rebuild. I just wish that Alette could be here to see this. I have a feeling she did see it somehow. For a long time now, I've been thinking of an epic poem. You'll never guess the inspiration. Do you care to hear what I've got? Does this seem like an ideal moment? I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if I agree with that statement.
Unless we're about to get a cutscene. Damn it.
The sun, her bones, the hills, slayer and the slain. From their homes must all flee and cast their home into the air. To speak in all tongues where a foe may lurk, the distant day shall come. The fetters will burst, brothers fight, and kinship stain, and in fear quake all. The true hero comes reluctantly, raising high their shining light. Alas, the sea is still dead, and wide the hounds are 100. We live as we will live, with the mighty grief that was ours and theirs. Only we few remember it now. It's not bad, a little bleak, maybe. I could use a couple more verses at the end there. You're right, it certainly could. Wait, what is that? Do you see it? Squint in the ashes of the twisted land spread out across the horizon. It's all the chapter titles. Oh, okay. Something there's moving. It looks like a line of people, and at the front, is that Ivor? Dredge lover. Oh, so it's gonna like, huh? It's cool. It's cool. Like sequences of. Yeah, fuck Rugga. That guy was such a piece of shit. Oh, it's the two brothers I could know. Well, that picture doesn't help because you can't see the scar.
Yeah.
Damn. What a journey. What a journey, though. Bad ending or not. I mean, I'm not reading all their names.
How could there be that many? Oh, those are all of the backers.
Yep. Yeah, no, cool. Thanks for making it. All right. So, all right. Well, let's see. Right, that
I
one?
think it would be
That.
only we few remember it, because that's the last chapter. That's
Oh,
essentially
sure.
after the Bulwark fight.
Right. Okay. Alright, so then let's just see, yeah. So I guess I'll kill Ivan.
Who knew that that would be part of the good ending?
Alright, yep. I will, and then Juno, is she gonna flip out at us for killing him? Is that gonna be like a whole...
She's gonna be locked in a sun, presumably.
True.
The world lives or dies here.
It's nice that they make reloading so simple and easy and fast. Center of the tower. Yep, we are. Blah blah blah. Yep. Spooky serpent. No, I won't let you. Is that is your hands? Not while I have this axe. The serpent rattles in frustration. Yep. We just read all of that.
What's your trust got to do with it? I'm pretty sure if you would have saved that old lady that was tied up.
Is that seems so insignificant, but shit, alright. Thinking about Juno and I and the sacrifices you've made, the ones you've lost, all that hardship, it won't be in vain.
For all our foresight, it was putting trust in my allies that did. I watched
Damn.
with horror as Ivan was cut down. The energy spiraled from Alfred's control. But somehow she has succeeded, despite her own destruction.
Alright, so Alfred also...
Never know.
Oh, damn! Oh, that's badass.
Still in Arbering, they'll know my sacrifice here. I won't give up on them, even if all that remains is a memory.
Yeah, it's worth going back for.
Ivan, I love.
Damn. Oh, she's melting her skin off. One of the only good mages. Unfortunate. Oh, it destroyed the tower, too. Just like Barad-dûr.
So there's no longer floating chunks of rock floating in midair,
Right,
and there's no serpent in the background.
right.
So better apocalypse?
I mean, well, she said, even in the other one, she said, life will come back.
Yeah.
I suppose if you were able to beat, if you were able to do it without, without having to go back to Arborang more than, once, then you'd have a lot more
People
surviving. Yeah. Apocalypse is for sure avoided now. There it is. Same dialogue. Yep.
Now, there are other endings that I'm just genuinely curious to see if, I want to see if Nadia comes up to her own
Oh, yeah.
unique ending.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Especially
very
knowing
curious.
that it can be basically everyone in this story survives or no one does.
Right.
Those are the stakes.
The silver lining of Ivan and Juno being giant bags of shit is now that this world, the world has no eventual Ragnarok. Damn. All right. Well, there we go. We did it. We finished the whole series.
Yeah. Now, I believe next week is Mortal Coil.
Mortal Shell.
Mortal Shell.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, Mortal Shell, which should only be like 2 streams.
Yeah. 2 solid 2-hour streams, I think. I think that should be it. Unless the cat has disagreements.
Yeah. Did you see that little huff she just did?
Like, I'm not that angry about it, but...
Well, shit. Well, I mean, I thought these were spectacular. I'm, in a way, glad I waited to play them, because I saw them originally, like, quite a long time ago, and wanted to play them, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, so we were able to do it this way. I definitely see Lizzie's point from a couple streams ago, or however many streams ago, where this third one could have been a little longer. It could have fleshed some of the... There were a bunch of new characters in the third game that I didn't feel like we got to spend a ton of time with. And like Alfred would have been cool to spend more time with.
Absolutely.
Or,
Or some characters that we just never really fucking saw any of in the third game.
Right.
Being one of them.
Wait, which one?
Eirik, the bear.
Yeah, he was just not
shit
here.
for him.
Yeah.
With Nid, we get 2 of her sons have died, and he wants to go attempt to flee, and if you attempt to let her flee, she does die, as you kind of see, what happened to Arbering.
Right, well, yeah, she's definitely dead.
So there's, I feel like there could have been more send-off for some of the people that were still in your party.
But I mean, ultimately, I think that's a relatively small criticism of the trilogy as a whole.
That there could have been more is the biggest critique.
Right, it's like, I wish there was more of it. That's a good complaint to have, I feel like, ultimately. It's like, I just wish there was a little more of it. Alright, well, that is going to be it for this evening. Let's see, find someone to raid, and, yeah, we'll be back on. I'd have liked a more detailed ending, especially for surviving. It would have been cool to get more at the very, very end.
It would have given more weight to them living versus dying.
Right. Just more of a That was one of the problems with Mass Effect. That was one of the issues with Mass Effect is it was like you only saw a few minutes after what the ending was, and you didn't really see what actually went on, in any significant way in the future, not that this was like that, because this had a much better ending than Mass Effect overall, but there is a striking similarity, especially considering that these 2 main developers on these games were from BioWare.
It does make
It's interesting that similarity exists.
Yeah. I do wish we could have got, 2 or 3, sentences each. The more I think about that the more I do wish.
That would it's just something. I totally agree. It just would have been nice to get a better idea of...
Because, we have Aleo in there in the end. We have Oddleaf.
Right.
But we don't really... We have, 3 characters that get line at the end.
Yeah, at least this game didn't completely fall on its ass like Mass Effect 3. Yeah, no, Mass Defect 3. Yeah, no, that game was an absolute mess. It was funny because they released the, remaster of the Mass Effect trilogy, right? Was that last year? Something like that. And Nadia hadn't played any of them, right? She'd never really seen it. So I got that for her, and she loved them. And I got to watch her, fall in love with, play the whole series, and then be disappointed by the ending of Mass Effect 3 all within the times. Because I think we were still home all the time when that came out. We were still full quarantine, we weren't going anywhere. So I got to see the entire range of emotions that everyone else went through from 2007 to 2013. in like the span of like a month.
That's so
But
gold.
all right, we are going to raid out. Have a good night, Ulysses. Everybody else that stopped by, and
Have a beautiful
we'll see you on Tuesday for our Halloween special, Nun Massacre. Now that's going to be a fun night.
Oh, yeah.